Okay, so right now your jacket should be looking like this. You should have your waistband attached to the jacket. And also go ahead and sew down your tabs to keep them from moving while you're constructing the rest of the jacket. But y'all, I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. I like what I see. And I just been looking around to see where I'm going to put like my rivets and my snaps. And I decided I'm going to be using snaps instead of buttons. So this one will have a snap button right there. It's going to be a little snap button right there. I'm probably going to put some snaps at the top of my facing tops and all that. But it's going to look good, y'all. I cannot wait. All right, so next step. Okay, so when y'all come back from your machines, your jacket should be getting some shape to it. You should be able to be seeing like how it's looking. And I'm telling y'all, only thing I wish I had done that I will do the next time I make this is I wish I had made these tabs longer so that they can belt out. But it's okay because the way they're set is so that they will go back like this. But next time I'm going to make them longer so that they can belt out. But other than that, I am enjoying the way it's coming out right now. So go ahead and grab your zipper. We're going to undo the zipper. You should have a 20-inch separating zipper. Now, you want to have 7/8 of an inch between the zipper and the bottom of the jacket. And that's because we're going to have to come back and sew the lining to this. So you want to have room. You want to get in the way. And you also want to have 7/8 of an inch at the top as well. So I went ahead and did that. That's on the right hand side. This is your right hand side. You want to put the zipper. And you're going to use the piece that has the zipper pull on it. And you're going to place it upside down and towards the center up. Well, towards the left of the jacket. Because once you put the lining on there, it's going to give you that nice clean edge like this with the lining in between this jacket and the material. So make sure that the zipper is facing this way and it's facing down. Next, you want to grab that other piece here, and we're going to take the zipper and you're going to do the same thing. Have a 7/8 of an inch from the bottom and also from the top, and you're going to sew it down on this edge. And then come back and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so now that you have your zippers on, you're seeing that my zipper is here and then the other one is there. We're going to take this additional facing side and we're going to add it to our left hand side of our jacket. So you want to grab your two pieces and we're going to connect them just like we did on the other side. So first things first, find your notches and let's line those up. Line up your notches. And then go ahead and make you some snips if you need to, like I did to get around that corner. I'm going to go all the way down to the end. So I'm just clipping it to keep it in place. So go ahead over to your machine and sew that all the way up. And then when you come back, it's going to look like this. You'll have your zipper. It's going to be sandwiched in between the two folds of the jacket. Be right back. Okay, so you should be back from your machine. You should have that zipper encased in that one, like that. And then you should have this zipper laying right here on the side. 7/8 of an inch from the top and the bottom on both. Now, go ahead and grab your other yoke piece, because we're going to attach that too. the top of this side here. So with right sides together, we're going to clip it down. Now we're going to run that across the sewing machine, straight across there. Okay, so once you have your yoke in place, and I went ahead and gave mine a top stitch, of course, because I did it the same way over here. You want to make sure everything's matching. Go ahead and connect your front and your back at the shoulders. So you should be looking like this. Front and back at the shoulders. Now, your jacket definitely should be giving you some shape. You should be able to see it. In fact, I'm going to put it on my body double. Hold on. Look at it, y'all. She had the nerve to put a little stuff on top of the pink jacket. No, goodness, well, I would never put those two together. But, all right, let's get on to the sleeves. Okay, so grab your sleeve. You should have an upper sleeve right here, which is mine. And then you should have a lower sleeve, which is going to go under your arm. And what we're going to do is you're going to grab one. I'm going to grab this one. Let's see. Hopefully those are the right ones. And we're going to put them right sides together. And you can start whichever side you want. But I'm going to start up here. Find your notches. And then we're going to sew this down. Now the instructions say 5/8 of an inch of a seam allowance on there. So that's what you're going to do. But let's go ahead and get it all clipped together. So we're going to clip it together like this. Now remember, I want to add a detail to my sleeve. And I think this is probably be the point where I should do it before I actually construct the whole sleeve. But I want to see how the sleeve is going to look first. Because I want to add the little zipper at the bottom of the cuff of the jacket. I just like that look. Yes. Yeah, I just thought about how I'm gonna get this sleeve out of here, but I guess I can get the sleeve. The sleeve isn't like a little shoulder strap or something. This is the actual sleeve. I can pull this out and do the same thing to your other sleeve. So this is what your sleeve is looking like now. And just say if this was the outside, it would fit on there like that. Yeah, I like it. I really, really like it. And so now I know that that's where that my detail that I need to put the zipper needs to go right here. So before I attach these two, I'm going to go ahead and get my zipper installed. So if you're not installing a zipper like I am, you can go ahead and speed past this step and to the next section. But make sure you go ahead and sew this down like this. And you also want to give yourself some basting stitches up here so that some gathering stitches. You want to put you some gathering stitches up here. Just do 2 rows. And then we'll come back and we'll install the sleeve. But like I said, if you want to put the zipper feature on your jacket as well, like I'm doing, then continue to watch here. Okay, so I have my zipper attached to the outside of my jacket like I want it. And go ahead and get your pins or your clips Again, I'm using clips. So we're going to clip this together. You want to clip your upper sleeve to the lower sleeve. I'm doing it like this. And go over to your sewing machine. Go over to your sewing machine and you're going to sew straight up each side. Then you're going to flip it inside out and we're going to attach it to the jacket. Okay, so here is what it's looking like, y'all. And I'm so happy I put that zipper detail right there. I really love it. Okay, so the sleeve is perfect. I'm now going to add 2 gathering stitches there so we can make sure that it sits nice inside the jacket sleeve. But Alex, I love it. And I'm also just going to go ahead and fold this under right now. And I'm going to give this, and I'm going to base this down as well. Because once I put in my lining, then I would have my lining and my, and the material meet in the inside. So I'm going to fold this under and I'm going to clip it. I'm not going to baste it down yet. So, but this is what the sleeve is looking like, y'all, with the detail on it. And listen, I love it. And listen, I just wanted you all to know that I added the video where you can learn how to put this this zipper detail on the sleeve. Because if I tried to explain it to you, I wouldn't know how to. So I'd rather just leave the link that I use to figure out how to put it on. But this is exactly what I want. So go ahead and do your other sleeve the same way, and then we're going to attach it to the jacket. Okay, so if you've been around me, then you know that one thing that I love to use my body double for is when I have to insert sleeves. And let me show you why. Because I'm telling you, put your jacket on your body double, inside out. That's right, good side on the inside, bad side on the outside. All right, grab one of your sleeves. Now, of course, I told you I have some gathering stitches. So I'm going to pull these up a little bit. Let's see how I can get, because I want my sleeve to fit nice and snug in it. I don't want it to have no bubbles, and I don't want it to look like it got shoulder pads when it doesn't have shoulder pads. So this is one of those times. Sometimes I'll forget. I won't forget. I just won't do the gathering stitches because a lot of times I think you can maneuver it with the material that you're dealing with. But because I'm using this faux leather, my pleather, it is not as forgiving as I would want it to be. So I'm going to use the gathering stitches for this situation. So get your sleeve in place. Make sure you're finding your notches. And you want to insert your sleeve into the inside of your coat, right through this armhole. So let me make sure I got the right sleeves on, y'all, because I don't have time to be messing with y'all and my sleeve being here crooked. Okay, yes, this one. This one does go to this. So we're going to tuck this down on the inside. Just like this. And I'm going to show you why we do that. Do it that way because once you tuck it on the inside like this, you can even take a pin if you like to. Get that hole still. And guess what? This thing is not moving. So now you can line up all your pieces the right way and all of those good things. So I'm going to find, I like to start with my seams and my notches. So look for your notches. When I tell y'all, it don't move. It does not move. I'm using clips, but if you're using pins, pins are fine too. Go ahead and start clipping that in, just like this. Same thing at the top. We've already used our gathering stitches, so now it's nice and curved already, ready to be stitched down, so it's nice and clean finish. This is it right there. Go ahead and clip or pin. Like I said, whatever is your preference. Mine's for this occasion is going to be the clips. And I like to use the clips too now, only because clips are easier to get out. And again, you don't have to worry about your any holes or anything in your garment while you're sewing. So I go heavy on the clips and I go heavy on the pins because I don't want my sleeve to move out of the way when I'm sewing. But look how perfect, look how perfect that sleeve is in that sleeve cap. Then we go on to the next side, do the same thing. And I'm telling you, it's great. Taking that to that stays. Grab your sleeve. Go ahead and start pulling up gathering stitches. Gather it up. So that it can, like I said, I want my sleeves to be nice. Uh-oh. Not too hard on that one. Go ahead and pull your sleeves so you can get them that gathering right, because you want it to look really good for your thing. And same thing, take your sleeve, put it on the inside of your jacket like this. Inside your jacket. And find your notches. That's the first thing to look for is your notches. Find those. And we're going to put clip right there. Then go on down to your seam. And keep on going around until you have gotten the whole sleeve pinned or clipped to the jacket. And y'all know at first I wanted my jacket to be darker, and I still want it to be darker. So I'm thinking about maybe getting some type of a rub, like make it look like it's kind of worn out a little bit, so it don't look so shiny and like brand new. I think I'm gonna try to wear it down a little bit once I get this together. So a few more clips, and I'm telling you, if you're using a faux leather or something like this, the gathering stitches for your sleeve cap is perfect. Like, you gotta do the gathering stitches. Like I said, I know a lot of times I won't even do gathering stitches because I try to make it so that it fits in there anyway. So I hate to use them gathering stitches, but for this material, you definitely need the gathering stitches. It made a big difference. So now I have both of my sleeves and the sleeve caps. I'm going to go over to the machine. I'm going to sew all the way around that way on both sides, and I'll be back. Okay, so I got my sleeves on, and when I tell you I still got to pull out some of them gathering stitches, but when I say it make your sleeve nice and smooth, it is nice and smooth, y'all. So look, next thing we got to do is do our lining and attach the lining to the jacket, and we are. All right, y'all, so we on the last thing that we need to do to finish our jacket. We're going to add our lining to our jacket. Okay, so first thing we want to do is you want to grab your front facing pieces, which are these pieces here. You're going to attach them to the front sides like that on that side. And I also did it on that side right there. Then you're going to take your back and you're going to add your side backs to that. Now on one of my side backs is where I left my opening so that I can pull out my jacket after I birthed the baby. So I left one side open. Oh, what's this side right here? I left one side open about 5 inches. There we go, right here. So I left one side open. So I'm going to sew from down there, stop, then I'll start again and go down to the bottom. Now, you also want to grab your back facing here, and you're going to attach that to your two front facings and your back. So when you open up your lining, it should look like this. It should be looking like this right here. So this is where we have it. There's my hole right here so I can pull my jacket back through. I need to go ahead and add my kCharles Couture right there or up here. But I need to add my tag on there. Also, you want to grab your sleeves and you're going to pin or clip. You see I'm using pins because I'm using a better fabric. You want to clip your sides, your lower, you also want to grab your sleeves. We're going to go ahead and pin those up as well, because when we come back to this machine, only thing we're going to have to do is attach this lining to that jacket. So here's my sleeves. You want to pin your upper sleeve to your lower sleeve, just like we did the jacket itself. You're going to do that for both. And then last but not least, you want to grab those last pieces of waistband attachments, and you want to start with your back waistband here, and we're going to attach the right waistband front to it, and then you have two left fronts. You're going to attach both of those left fronts to that. Then when you're completed all of that, I'll show you how to put it together. Okay, so now that we have our lining attached to our facing, attach them at the shoulders, attach them at the side seams. Make sure you leave a little space to pull your jacket through. My space is right there, right here. I also got my tag on there. You can see that kCharles Couture. And your waistband should be all hooked together like that. And then you should have your sleeves. So let's go ahead and hook the bottom of the waistband up to this. So grab your waistband. And you're going to go start from the back. And we're doing right sides facing. You should have your notches. So we're going to find out two notches on our back sides of here. Let's see where our notches is at. I don't know where our notches at. Alright, so this is center. And again, you're going to put them right sides facing. Go ahead and match your seams up as well. I'm going to open my seams up. If you're using fabric or whatever, you want to go ahead and press this seams open. Once you have this pinned or clipped, y'all see I'm back to my clips right now. I'll be back to my I'll be back to the pins in a second, I'm sure. But once you go ahead and get this all clipped around, make sure everything is matching up. Going on here. Okay, so when you go over to your sewing machine, we're going to sew straight across the top of that. And then you're going to have, then it'll look like this. Your waistband will be attached to the lining. And we're going to go ahead and add our sleeves. And again, I do the same thing. I'm just going to do it right here from the table because I don't feel like taking the jacket off of her. But you want to get the wrong side facing you. Right side sleeve. Get rid of some of them strings. Right side sleeve. We'll put it inside. Match up your side seams right there. And clip it. You just want to get it nice and even with everything else. Find your notches, match those up. If you got dots or anything, whatever. That's why I'm telling you, notches are important to have so you know where things are supposed to fit, just like a puzzle. And that's it. And top. Now, unlike the outside, they had gathering stitches, but we're not doing that because this is the lining. It's going to be on the inside of the clothes where people aren't going to see it. So I just, if it starts bunching up, I just folds it up just like that. There you go, good fold. Okay, so do this for the other side as well. Then go over and sew the top of the waistband, sew the waistband onto the lining, and then sew both of the seams of closing your shoulders. Okay, so once you go over to your machine, you're going to do this to your other side, insert your sleeve, and you're going to sew that all the way around, and then we're going to sew the waistband onto the lining. Then only thing we have to do is attach it to that jacket, and we will be done. So come back in a second. Okay, so this should be your lining. This is my lining, and I'm telling y'all, I love that green and that purple. Y'all, it looks so good together. So I got my waistband attached to my lining. I have the facing on the lining. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put these together, right sides facing. And if, like I said, if you got a tag or something, now would be the time to put it. So let's grab the jacket. This. And we're going to put this inside of the coat. So grab your facings, and we're doing the whole thing because remember we left that hole, so we're going to sew around the tops. We're going to sew around the whole jacket, and I'm going to start up here. I'm going to line everything up, and here come my clips. I'm going to clip this together, and I'll be back and show you what it looks like. And you're going all the way around the jacket. Down one side, across the bottom, and up the other side. And you just want to make sure you got everything sandwiched in here nice and good, so that nothing gets in the way. You don't want to sew your pocket or your sleeve. So just make sure that all in the middle and out of the way. And then this jacket is getting kind of pretty heavy because I have the padding inside and the material is already heavy. But it feels like it's gonna have good weight to it. Then like I said, I'm gonna embellish it up a little bit with my rivets and stuff. Put a couple of some studs or something on it. Okay, so now I have the whole thing put together. You're gonna go over to your sewing machine and go all the way around. And then once we do that, we're gonna go to that hole that we left, this hole right here, and we're gonna birth this jacket through this hole. Okay, it is time to birth this baby. I have went around and sewn the whole jacket together, the lining to the jacket. Now we're going to pull the jacket through this hole that we created. And we call it birthing a baby. Everything is looking good. So, and we're going to use the same hole to do our sleeves. So just stay tuned. Let's get this baby out of here. Uh-oh. Woo. Looks like we got a baby. Stick your sleeves in. just take your time and poke out all your corners. I'm just doing it by hand right now. I'm gonna go in with my pointer into that same hole that I birthed the jacket through and make sure all my points are pointy and it's really looking good. Like I said, I love the combo that I chose with the purple and the... So let me grab my turner. Y'all see I still have my turner that I got in Chicago. Frogtails. So I'm just going back in that hole and poking all the... Make sure I don't leave any corners. Poke out all them corners. Yeah, and I am proud to announce that I use my new industrial machine, the Melvin, on a lot of this jacket at the end. And I'm brand new at using my industrial machine, so I'm still getting to know it. But as I'm getting to know it, I'm getting more and more in love with it, because it's amazing how it just glides over some of this material and stuff. Like with no problem, it just does it. Okay, so let me go on my sleeve and grab the line out. Grab my sleeve. Get this cover on the inside of here. Yeah, I just broke my fingernail. Oh, it's not enough. My back nails look worse already, but then I had a nerve to break a nail, now snagging. This is crazy. Okay, oh, got the sleeve. Oh my goodness, this sleeve was fighting me. I didn't want to get stuck up in there. Let's throw this one in there. Hold on, be right back. All right, y'all. So look, your jacket basically is done right about now. Don't forget to close up that hole on the inside, and don't forget to hem your sleeves. So I'm gonna show you how to do that real quick, or how I'm gonna do mine real quick. But when I tell y'all I like this jacket, I like it. I just gotta make it a little old. Like, it still looks real fresh to me right now. So I gotta old it up a little bit, and I'm gonna put some little embellishments and stuff on it. So y'all just watch how I style it up. But this is Mimi G's 8174, her View C, the jacket. And like I said, I just made a couple of little alterations to it by adding like little details with the padding on the sleeve, adding the zipper sleeve there. But I love it, y'all. I'm just go hit it with a top stitch all the way around so it's nice and flat and lovely and ready to be worn. And I need to add me a couple of snaps and stuff on here. But I don't know. What y'all think? Do y'all love it as much as I love it? Because I do. I think it turned out beautiful. I love it. All right. See you soon. Peace out.